Today we're going to look at two more special segments in triangles, the median and the altitude. The median of a triangle is a segment whose endpoints are a vertex and the midpoint of the side opposite the vertex. A median of a triangle always starts at a vertex. And every triangle has 3 medians. So for instance, what you do is you find the midpoint of a side and connect it to the opposite vertex. And we'll look at in class that these end up going through that same point that has a special name. So example 1, find AB if BD is the median of ABC. So right now I need to start with the fact that I know that these two segments are congruent. So setting those equal to each other, I get that x equals 20 once I solve that. And it wants me to know AB, so I'm going to plug in if AB is x minus 7, then that's 20 minus 7, so that's 13. The altitude of a triangle is a segment from a vertex that is perpendicular to the opposite side. Or to a line containing the opposite side. So the altitude is the one that's been throwing you off in class. It's the one where sometimes it's inside the triangle, sometimes it's outside the triangle, and sometimes it is on the triangle. So these pictures will demonstrate the different situations I can have. My first picture is kind of my normal one. So you go through a vertex perpendicular, so there's one altitude, through the vertex perpendicular, and through the vertex perpendicular. So it's not bisecting the other side, it's just perpendicular, and it always goes through the vertices. And notice these are also, with my imperfect drawings, supposed to be intersecting all at one point. So for A, that's pretty straightforward. But B and C are special. So if I imagine going down from B, intersecting AC, that's where I would be doing it. And then for my altitude from C, we need to extend BA some more and then drop down from there. Then we have a right triangle. Right triangles are special because here's my altitude from B. Look, that's already a side of my triangle. My altitude from C, already on the triangle. And then if I do it from A, it's going to be intersecting my hypotenuse. But we always need to remember, altitudes of a triangle always start at a vertex. So there's really like only one type of problem they can give you with finding the altitude because it doesn't intersect the sides at anything special. And that is where they're going to give you the angle, because when they tell you it's an altitude, you know that that angle is a right angle, which means it's 90 degrees. So we have to start there if it's an altitude problem. So 4x plus 10 equals 90, 4x equals 80, and x equals 20. Now I'm actually going to read the question. Find B, C. So it wants me to find this entire distance. So I'm just going to substitute in 20. So 3 times 20 minus 4 plus 2 times 20. So 60 minus 4 plus 40 is going to give me 96. Don't get in the habit, a lot of you, since we've been doing a lot of stuff that's midpoints, have just been finding one and doubling it. Since it's an altitude, it does not mean that it is splitting the other side in half, so I can't use that shortcut.